Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of Acts, starting at chapter 12, verse 25, going through chapter 13, verse 12. Now we start off by hearing that Saul and Barnabas and their their student Mark have returned from Jerusalem. And we know that when Peter was sprung from jail, he went to the house of Mark's mother. So who knows? Maybe Saul and Barnabas were there when that happened. And they go back to Antioch, where there's this thriving church that's sending out missionaries, and they're having a time of intense prayer. It says there were prophets and teachers there, and these prophets include Barnabas, Simeon, called Niger, Lucius from Cyrene, Manaen, and Saul. Now, they were worshiping the Lord and fasting. They were in a time of focus, and the Holy Spirit said, "Set aside Barnabas and Saul for work. I've called them." So they, after they fasted and prayed, after they had discerned what God was calling them to do, they laid hands on them, blessed them, and sent them off in their ministry. You know, how are we praying and fasting and asking, where is God leading us in our ministry? Each and every one of us. Where is God calling you? And how can we be encouraging you? Now, after this, they go on to Cyprus. And they get there and they're preaching in the Jewish synagogues. Mark, also known as John, was with them as their helper. And they traveled the whole island until they get to really the capital. And when they go to the capital, they're met by a Jewish sorcerer, which is kind of an oxymoron, because I want you to think about what a sorcerer is. A sorcerer is someone who claims to have magic powers, and these powers are gained from the assistance of evil spirits. This is not Mickey Mouse with his little hat on, right? These are guys who are trying to work out of evil spirits. And they are speaking with the proconsul, with the leader of this island. And I think about how so often we as Christians seem to think that this world is neutral. This world is not. The Bible is very clear. The world is not neutral. There is a power at work in this world, and they call it what it is in this passage. It's evil. They recognize the deceit and trickery of this man named Bar-Jesus or Elymas. And they recognize that all this is from Satan. So often the world mocks and humiliates Christians for seeing the evil in this world and calling it what it is. But it is the truth of the matter. And that's what Paul says, is that the wickedness of this world never stops perverting the right ways of God, which means is that wickedness takes the good things that God intends for us and twists them and uses them sideways. And, at the center point of power is this wickedness at work. As Christians, we should be praying for the evil to be exposed for what it is, and for our eyes to be open to see this, and to pray that at the centers of power, that wickedness would be exposed and expelled. This prayer was true in the time of Saul and Barnabas, and it's true today. Thank you, friends. Have a blessed day.